If you have debt of any kind, you'll want to watch this. I'm going to walk you through two popular methods for paying off debt, the debt snowball method and the debt avalanche method. I'll talk pros and cons for each and also give you some concrete examples. Hi, my name is Erika. I'm a lawyer and this channel is all about personal finance. And before we dive in, if you can give this video a thumbs up, that'll really help out the algorithm. So I remember when I first graduated from law school, I had over $200,000 of student loans and I was overwhelmed. I had no idea how to pay them off. And very quickly through some research, I figured out that there were two main ways that people pay off debt. Regardless of what method you use, the first step is to pay off the minimum payment amount for all of your loans. After that, the second step is where the choice between debt snowball and debt avalanche comes in. So after making those minimum payments, for debt snowball, you're tackling the loan with the smallest loan amount first. And it kind of works its way up like a snowball, building from the smallest loan amount to eventually the largest loan amount. For debt avalanche, it's the other way around. What you're doing is you're tackling the loan with the highest interest rate first, and then working your way down to the loan with the smallest interest rate. The best way to show you this is through an example. So I've created this chart with hypothetical loan amounts. It has the loan, the interest rate, and the minimum payment. For the debt snowball method, you're tackling the loan with the lowest balance first. So after minimum payments, you're going after the student loan first, then the credit card debt, and then the car loan. For debt avalanche, you're tackling the loan with the highest interest rate first and working your way down. So that means you're tackling the credit card debt first, and then the car loan, and then the student loan. I have no affiliation, but I found this great website called unbury.me where you can actually put in your loan information and it'll show you the difference between if you were to use the debt snowball method and the debt avalanche method. I'll show you now. As you can see here, first I'm going to put in the different loans that we have and the minimum payments for them. So I've put in the car loan, the student loan, and the credit card debt. Next, I want to tell them what my monthly payment amount is. So how much can I afford to put towards my loan each month? In this hypothetical, I'm going to say $499 a month. And finally, I'm going to select the payment plan type. Am I using avalanche or snowball? In this one, we'll do avalanche first. As you can see now, with the debt avalanche method, I'll be debt-free in October 2022. The principal paid is $13,000, the interest paid is $2,552, and the average interest rate 15.69%. Now let's see what happens if we use the snowball method. So with the snowball method, we'll be paid off debt-free in November of 2022, and the total interest paid is $3,285, which is about $733 more of interest than had we used the debt avalanche method. So let's talk pros and cons of each method. With the debt avalanche method, it's financially optimal and you're always going to save the most money on interest. As you saw, you're paying $733 less on interest by using the debt avalanche method. With debt avalanche, since it is financially optimal, if you're putting the same amount towards the debt as you would if you are using the debt snowball method, then you're going to end up paying it off quicker using the debt avalanche method. So in the hypothetical, you saw that we'll pay it off by October 2022 instead of November 2022. The big con with the debt avalanche method is the progress might just feel slower because you're not getting that gratification from knocking out that smallest debt amount first. So with the snowball method, since you're tackling that lowest loan amount first, you'll be done with your student loan payments by January 1st of next year. Whereas with the debt avalanche method, since you're going after the highest interest rate first, you won't get done with that credit card until March 1st of next year. Now let's talk pros and cons for the debt snowball method. With the debt snowball method, one of the big pros is that you're freeing up the minimum payments quicker, so you have less minimum payments to worry about each month if you take this approach. As we just mentioned, you'll be done with the student loan by January 1st of next year versus the debt avalanche method where you won't be done with the credit card loan until March 1st of next year. So that means you freed up some minimum payments 2 months earlier. Another big pro is that you're getting that emotional gratification much sooner. In this case, 2 months sooner, because you're seeing that you've knocked out that student loan payment, and that's good. That has big psychological benefits. The con, of course, is that it's not financially optimal. You're going to end up paying more in interest, and in our hypothetical, you'll actually end up paying $733 more in interest doing this snowball method. Personally, I use the debt avalanche method to pay off my student loans just because that's the financially optimal route, and I love that. But my job here isn't to tell you which method to use, because the truth is paying off debt is a very personal decision. You know yourself better than I know you, so I just wanted to give you the pros and cons for each. You can actually go to unbury.me and plug in your numbers and figure out, okay, if I use the snowball method, how much more in interest will I end up paying? How does that affect the debt payoff date for me? And figure out what works for you. I think the best analogy for this is it's very similar to working out and trying to lose weight. Everyone is going to have an opinion about how you should work out, how you should lose weight. There are so many different methods and experts out there, but the truth is, it doesn't matter what they say. What matters is what works for you. It's a very, very personal choice. So just take a look at the numbers and figure out, are you going to be more motivated to pay off your loans if you do the snowball method? If that's the case, do the snowball method. Or do you really want to just save as much on money on interest as you can? And if that's the case, maybe the avalanche method is right for you. The most important thing about tackling debt is not the method you use, to be honest. It's just the starting. Debt is a really, really scary thing, and a lot of times we avoid what scares us, and it's easier just to make the minimum payments and not think about it. But what's really important here is starting, telling yourself that you're going to tackle it, and just going for it. Because I can tell you from experience, when you're debt-free, it's going to be the most magical feeling, and it'll make all of the hard work, all of those payments that you put towards it, just feel so worth it. I did a little arts and crafts project this week because I want to be part of helping you to get debt free, to knock that debt off. So basically, this is a printable. You can print it out, put it on your wall, put it on your desk at work, wherever, and it has 50 different lines. So what you do is take the principal amount of your loan. So if you have $10,000, take that, divide it by 50. So that means each payment is $200. So each line represents $200. And every time you put $200 towards the principal, color that line in. And eventually, when you're debt-free, you'll have a whole beautiful colored debt-free sign to show me. And you can send the progress to me whenever you want on Instagram. I'll link my Instagram up here. And I just want to be part of this with you. So download that for free by using the link below. If this was helpful, please put a thumbs up on the video and also subscribe so that you get videos from me every single Tuesday about personal finance. And I will see you on this video where I talk about how I paid off my student loans, or this one where I talk about investing.